So Stairs is about 8 mercenaries that go into a civil conflict in Eastern Europe. They're not supposed to be there. They're working for a private security company. And their mission is to kill everybody at a base camp and take all the intel. When they get there, there's a civilian prisoner on the camp, and they argue about whether they should kill the prisoner or not. But in the end, they follow through with the orders. And when they get back to HQ, they find themselves on the stairwell, and it becomes like this Escher-esque painting that they can't get off of, you know. And if they go down, they're killed. So they can only go up for eternity, you know. And their feet bleed and their toenails come off. And the only door on the stairwell leads to 10 minutes before they committed the war crime. And so now they end up trying to fight their earlier versions to stop them from killing the prisoner. And every time they fail, they end up back on the stairs in this sort of endless video game loop of trying to get off of a level that they just can't complete. And it's really brutal, very vicious in places. I think it's got a strong theme, something that I'm passionate about, you know, and we really look at why do people fight and what makes people engage in this kind of behaviour. And then, you know, the element of having the stairs there really lets us explore what that does to a person when you're forced to fight over and over and over for eternity. You know, what does that do to individual psyches, if you will? So very proud of the film so far, and I hope you all guys are going to like it just as much as we do.
We've lost him. Where's Stanton?
Dead. I barely made it out.
What the fuck is she doing here?
New orders. She's the mission.
Well, watch your fingers, everyone.
So good.
Should you say
let her finish her lines, though. Let her finish her line.
Point, or
yeah, let her finish her lines. Right, run it from the top again.
What's your whole line?
Hello, my name is Bentley Kalu, and I'm playing Garrett in the film Stairs by Tom Paton. Garrett's character is the voice of reason in the group, so he is like a pacifist, but he's a little bit of a hypocrite because his thing is like, you know, we don't kill civilians, we only kill, you know, people who are involved in the conflict or military assigned personnel. Halfway through the film, he's kind of ethos changes to, okay, we only kill bad civilians and military, you know? So he's a bit conflicted, but in a bad situation, he's like the golden goose, so to speak, because he's always optimistic. No matter how bad the situation gets, he feels like we can still all be heroes. And then he gets to the point where he distances himself from everybody else, and he thinks, well, maybe I could still be a hero. Funny thing is, Tom knows me, and he knows that the more discomfort on the set, the more I like it, because it literally helps what he's trying to achieve. I made a point to keep that to myself. I didn't want to say that around the other cast, because it would feel like I was leading them into hell and loving it, so I didn't want to be that guy. But the stairs was, it was rough. It was tough. It was hot. We were not dehydrated, but we lost a lot of fluids. The shoots we did on the stairs captured the narrative of what he was trying to do.
Can we get a wide here? Guys, can I get you back in your positions you ended in there, just so I can see what I'm playing with? Great, we're sliding past him and into the black. And then, that'll hard cut to black. And then we'll go to the war zone and have him take one step out of the door frame like that. Kia will one step out of the door frame, see all the fucking explosion and shit, and then the next cut will literally be like on this side, them slamming the door shut. So we're about to shoot this scene where the characters have encountered the door for the very first time, and the door in the script is sort of this conduit between now and the crime they committed a few days ago. So it's kind of like takes them to 10 minutes before they commit this war crime, and now they're forced to try to stop themselves over and over in this sort of horrible, endless loop. Because this is the first time we're shooting it, we're sort of giving it this Wizard of Oz feel, you know, when Dorothy first opens the door and it sort of becomes technical for the first time. So that's what we're aiming for, like the horror equivalent of that, basically. So we'll see how well it works.
It's gone good. It's boiling. We're all wearing the complete get-up. The illusion is that we're cold, so our body's playing tricks on us, but it's gone good. It's gone amazing. We are already a week into shooting, and it's been the hardest but most rewarding thing I've done in a long, long time. You know, Yeah, good. I've had some amazing experiences, but this is definitely up there, you know, and I've only been here a couple of days. The team are brilliant, very professional, some of the best trained martial artists, you know, a lot of ex-military, and yeah, because there's a lot of close combat, you know. Yeah, it's my very first time being involved in close combat. I ran a knitting factory for 3 years in Coronation Street, so this is so far removed, and it's great. It's a great challenge, but I'm loving it.
Sorry? Some literally on the wood. 50 minutes? Yeah. Tripod? Yeah, cool.
Do you ever get the feeling that you're being watched?
No, not really.
My name's Spencer Collings. My character in the film is Carter Harris. I'm basically like Stanton's right-hand man. He's got a bit of a dark past, Harris. A lot of demons floating around inside his head. He's one that sort of looks over the other guys as well. It's a character I'm really pleased to be playing, and it's a case of being given this opportunity to do it is to nail the character that Tom is looking for. And I think as a whole, as a cast, all the actors that are involved, I think they've all nailed the roles that they're actually playing at the moment on set, and it's gelling really well.
Cut. Okay, great. We've got enough sound to prat around with there, haven't we, between the takes? Awesome. Great, okay.
My name's One Take Toby, and someone fucks with my set.
Yes, Andy, but just got to take it off for the civvies downstairs. Go down with guns. They're like, oh my god, what's going on? It's alright, I don't mind the heat. Love it. It's a free workout, isn't it?
Oh yeah, these are actually been loaned to us. They're actually our ex-military guns. Obviously all safeguarded and not really...
So they are little?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not used anymore, but they're all safeguarded. They haven't got any bullets in or anything, so yeah.
Every weapon is designed for you, and it's your...
Oh, so because I'm small, that would have to come nearer me.
To be honest with you, you probably wouldn't use this one.
Why?
You'd have a slightly smaller assault rifle.
I'm sure I could take this one.
You could, but just for you as an operative, you would have something slightly smaller. Or what you would do is you would get a custom stock, so the stock here,
yeah,
you'd end here, because this is probably about that much too long for you.
Wow.
So you can change it.
I really want to like actually fire it and see if I can aim well.
It's good fun, isn't it? You see all these clips.
Yeah.
So they extend, so if you've got
Exactly.
longer arms and all that kind of stuff, so for different size people, you can extend stocks, you can get short stocks.
And all of a sudden he's
And then that's where all. Oh god, look, there they are.
Oh my god,
And then you do your release on this side here.
fall in the water.
Yeah.
You push, and there's your release, so you drop one out. What do you not do with magazines that they do in the films all the time? Pick them, throw them away. Because they cost a lot of money. Don't throw your magazines away.
Yeah. Never throw a magazine away.
Don't throw a
That's
magazine.
what we've learnt today, okay, kids?
Recycle.
Spyke. Is this coming now?
Yeah, take that.
Yeah?
Alright, that's enough of that bullshit. Judging by the number of flights we climbed since Buxton, with an average of about 3 minutes between each floor going dark, we just need to stay ahead of it. We find a door, and then we figure this out afterwards. I do not want to hear any more of this crap. That's an order. We go up. Now.
And got it. Right, spin around. Let's get Ford, Ryan, and finally Spencer. Who needs a 5-minute break though? Yeah? You sure? Is now a good time to turn the octodone off and replace it with someone else? Because we're filming this one.
I'm playing Kia Clark in the film. Lucky me, she's the lead. And she's a bit of a softer character, I think, than they're all soldiers. They've all had it pretty tough, you know. But I think she is a little softer than some of the characters in the film. So she also has this sensitivity, so to speak, that makes her quite interesting, you know? I mean, all characters are brilliantly written, but that, I think, is the bit that differentiates her. And she's also the second in command, so, I mean, without telling you anything about what actually happens in the film, she has this kind of responsibility, you know, de facto leader, so to speak.
Okay, and then you fall over to the side, Schnitz, maybe. And Julia, you're putting pressure on this wound, maybe.
Happy?
Yeah, it looks good.
I just put like a handprint where you know like holding it down.
Doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. Okay, and then I can block the actors if everybody comes out. That would be great.
It's my homemade blood. It's made with like chocolate powder and lots of food colouring, a bit of water and ice and sugar. And if you want it thicker, you can add corn syrup or maple syrup sort of to it to make it thicker, or flour. Ta-da! Just blitz it all together, and the fake blood.
I can just see it from this one. I can actually hear it through my headphones.
Kurwa.
Kurwa!
That means very naughty word in Polish, by the way.
Yeah.
How naughty?
Very naughty.
It is the most naughtiest word.
Yeah. I prefer this because I'm shaking now and it's very cold and I'm playing without my shoes. So yeah, it was better than upstairs.
You preferred it in the heat?
Yeah, yeah, because it's very cold now. But the countryside here is like very, very nice. So I don't know. I just love it everywhere here in England, really. This is my first movie, so maybe that's why everything for me is just great. It was, I was acting when I was a child, so I think I was like 8 years old, have some TV series, then have a big break. Then I was working as a production manager, and after this I said to myself, no, I need to be an actress, like really. And since 2 years I've done some work in Warsaw, some TV series, lots of short films. So yeah, it's good now.
So 11 days since we last saw each other on the stairs, the starry stairs, and the conditions are so much different. I mean, obviously we're outdoors here in our war zone scenario, and it's not 31 degrees and heat anymore, but we've had all the kind of weather from sunshine to rain to horrendous winds on the shoot, but we're just going with it, you know. We're kind of using the weather elements within the scenes and just going with it. You've just got to go with the flow. I haven't really had much stunt experience throughout my career so far, so I've been really lucky on this film to learn stunts. You know, I was throwing myself out of a vehicle the other day over and over and over again, and like rolling around. That's when I get shot. Rolling around on the dirt, but I loved it, you know, just loads of fun and something new to my bow, you know.
Yeah, let's put you down, like lying this way. So lie down.
Oh, okay.
Just put an arm over there. So yeah, go for it. Someone's ripping your insides out again. That's it. Keep it
Over here, slightly.
Yeah, more over towards this bit.
More over towards.
Yeah, and then this step for sure. These ones.
Look at the monitor, you'll get your perspective. Do you see it? Spyke, there's the frame there. Look.
And action!